Hello, today is Thursday, December 15th at 4:13 p.m. The year is 2022. My name is Alexis Andruskova, and I'm calling my landlord Yashod Bhardwaj. I give consent for this phone call to be recorded. Hello.
Hello?
Hello, Yash.
Alexis, how you doing?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
I am doing okay.
Okay.
See that you put that notice up there.
Yep.
Okay. So, I just want to... Did you read my message?
I did.
Okay. What are your thoughts on my message?
So I'm a good neighbor and I'm a good tenant, and we discussed a policy on Monday that we both came to a mutual agreement on, that I would not play an acoustic instrument past 7 p.m., and I have followed that agreement.
Okay. So, we agreed on... You mentioned that in your headphones.
Yeah.
You plug in your headphones. So, I actually don't understand what the setting is unless I see it.
I mean,
I'll tell you.
you can come down right now, but I mean,
I will. I will. So, I just want to, some things are better understood in person. In my message, I also mentioned that maybe we should just go on a walk. I know you're in. I know you. Let's see. I have some age, right? And I can read people. Okay.
Okay.
And I spoke with 5 or 6 of your references.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I know you're not a bad person.
Okay.
Okay, I know there's some misunderstanding here.
Sure.
Okay, and I don't want you to I personally I am an emotional intelligence coach.
Okay.
Okay, and that's what I do.
Okay.
Right, and I can read through people. Okay.
All right.
If I didn't have to, give you this place, right? Even after you openly told me, about your story and everything, I would have. Frankly, I still am receiving a lot of applications.
Okay.
You understand, Alexis, right?
All right.
I know you're a nice person. I know it.
Hey, buddy,
I can see through you.
buddy. I paid you $1,800. We're dealing in capitalism. We're not friends. I'm a customer. That's all it is.
No, that's fine, but I don't want bad customers.
I'm a good customer.
Right? I don't want a bad customer.
Well, I'm a great customer, so
you want to deal with bad customers when you have customers lined up?
Yeah, man. Lucky for you. I'm a good customer, and I'm respectful, and I'm responsible, and I'm reasonable. So, I totally.
Now think about it. Now, if you are, you know what? Let's just talk in person.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to do? Do you want to go for a walk?
No. We'll just finish this up here. I don't really want to deal with this any much longer. I just want to go back to my night. When I say that I'm playing with headphones, that means that the signal from the guitar.
I'll just come downstairs and see what you're. I'm not a music guy.
That's fine.
I don't understand when you say I don't know, earplugs, or I thought that you plug them into the guitar and the music all goes in your ears and does not come sound.
That's correct.
Is that what it is?
That's correct. And all you're hearing, if you're hearing anything, is just the sound of the instrument being strummed. It's not an acoustic guitar, so there's nothing I can do to make it quieter.
Okay, so I'm just gonna come downstairs. Okay?
No, I don't really want to do that after all, actually.
Sorry?
Let's just work this out here. I just want to have my night on my own. I don't really want to talk in person, if that's all right.
But how would I need to see? Okay, so the thing is that in regards, like if I was renting, right? So if somebody wants to rent with me, like if you say that you're respectable, like
I am.
You should have told me
if
beforehand that I play musical instruments. Is that okay?
You never asked me, Yashod.
Nobody asked. Like, this is just
Well, that's it's your. I'm not gonna do your.
I'll tell you this. These homes or new construction homes now, these are literally made out of cardboard.
Okay.
Right. So even when you are stomping down there,
I'm not stomping.
Yeah, but it feels like that, right? Like, I mean,
how could
that's
you,
what I'm saying. You think you're stomping, but
sir,
this house is.
Sir, how can you hear my How can you hear my footsteps down here?
I can.
Well, then there's nothing. I'm not gonna sit in one place in my apartment. That's not a reasonable expectation of you.
No, what I'm saying is that that's just, it's not you, but that's how these new homes are built. Like, that's a problem that I have with these new construction homes too. Right? Okay. These are not like the good old concrete homes.
And that's okay. Like, here's the thing, man. We all have to, like, when we live with other people, we have to just live with certain things. I came into this home and I knew that there were children here and that they make a bunch of noise. I am woken up every day by your children screaming and running and yelling and jumping, and I'm fine with that. That's just your kid.
It's not something that I captured, and I gave you their ages. I told you.
Yeah, I understand, and that's all. And I'm fine with that, man. But we all have to put up with each other a little bit. And if I have to if I'm
if you are playing now, see, I also work from home.
Yeah.
I do my meetings from home, but if the wall is trembling and shaking,
there's no way that the wall is trembling and shaking from an unamplified guitar.
Okay. Anyways, Alexis, so I spoke with the tenancy board.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And they have told me, because technically the lease hasn't even started.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So they said that it's up to you, because right now it's basically like a paying guest living.
No. Since we've established a tenant landlord relationship, that I've paid you for this month and that you've given me keys. While our agreement does not start until January 1st, 2023, one moment, please. Our lease starts in January 1st, 2023. However, I am a tenant and I am imbued with all the same rights already. Just because you've given me the keys to the apartment and I've paid you for the rent. That's it.
Yeah, that's just like I'm telling you what my conversation with them is.
Cool.
Okay, so technically it's like a paying guest living, and our lease starts on the 1st and it goes on, but that hasn't kicked in yet. Right now, because we are already not in agreement, so what they are saying that if you want to be nice, you can give a notice of 2 weeks.
No, outright no.
Right.
Outright no.
And
nope. I'm just no.
Or you can just find ways to just asking somebody to get out of your house.
Hey man.
Right.
That's it's not how it works. I'm sorry. I'm a tenant. I'm not a guest. I'm a tenant.
So what I'm gonna do is, Alexis, I'll since you this is something that shouldn't be happening. I don't know why this is happening, because it's a family home, right?
And I understand that it's a family home, and I'm being respectful to your family. If I were disrespectful, I would not use headphones. I would not be mindful of my noise.
We can hear.
And I can hear you having conversations. So is it reasonable for me to ask you not to speak in your home? Because the sound, I have a decibel meter with me, and the sound of the unamplified guitar is louder than the conversation that I am having with you right now. Sorry, my conversation is louder. The unamplified guitar comes in at 55 decibels. My conversation right now is at 60. Let me get it 1 second. So the thing about sound is it's not a subjective thing. It's a physical, objective, scientific phenomena that can be measured precisely. Okay. So go ahead and speak.
I can hear you up here, and that's something.
Well, right now, the phone that I'm using, and I've got you on speaker right now, You're coming in at 74 decibels. And if we just sit silently and I say hello, that's 81 decibels. Now just one moment. I've got my guitar here. It's not plugged into anything at all. And I'm just going to strum it. That's registering at 58 decibels. So what I'm saying is, man, I've taken the steps to reduce my noise. We had an agreement that was already in place, and I've kept to that agreement. I work from home as well. This is my profession. I'm a multiple disciplinary artist.
Like in terms of your profession, you never told me about the art.
I told you I'm a multidisciplinary artist. Sir, you never asked. You never asked.
Why would I ask? Like,
That's your job. That is your job. That is your job. I'm not going to do your job for you.
I'm not going to go through all the 20 million things.
Hey man, that's your job. And now you know better in the future.
I'm not going to ask you whether you're going to bring in a goat and milk the goat.
Hey man, that's your job to do, to screen tenants.
I screen and I talked to your references and everything, and you
Okay.
know, like they were, all your references were good, positive,
Yeah.
your family, your, you know, but
Because
now if you start playing, because see, in the night when kids are not sleeping, because I'm telling you, like, you know, this is what's happened, right? So the kid, we can hear the noise, the walls are buzzing, right? And the kids can't go to bed. Like, that's something that we are dealing with.
Yeah, I have a right to.
That's not something that will appear on your decibel meter.
Yes, it will.
Yes,
it will. Yes, it will. The point being is I have a reasonable right to the quiet enjoyment of my apartment. And for the tenancy board, what they're going to look at is, have I taken steps to minimize my noise? And I have. Again, if I didn't care about minimizing my noise, I'd play my acoustic, I'd play my electric guitar through my amps. I just wouldn't care. But like I've said, I've been very respectful and polite to you.
That, you know, like we will give you. So if you wanna see, one option is that you can stay here and not play musical instruments.
That's not a reasonable expectation, because
loud TV and
that's not a reasonable expectation.
You know, that really loud
it's
noise.
There is no way you can hear my feet. You can't hear my feet, man. I'm 3 floors down. You cannot hear my feet. I'm not above you. Well, you're being ridiculous. No, sir. You're asking me to not walk in my apartment past 8 p.m. How reasonable is that?
No, you have to walk.
So, am I gonna crawl? Like, how do I get around my apartment if I can't walk around it, buddy?
You know what, prior to you, there was a family living, and we never heard anybody.
Oh, good for you.
Like, there was a family of 3 people, like, you know,
Honey.
young child too.
Honey. So, I'm gonna it's a reasonable volume that I'm playing my guitar at. That's what it is.
So, anyways, I've told you what.
Anyways, I have some more questions.
Right, so if you want to continue it.
Whatever, dude.
So
So.
it's not electric. I'm gonna send you this notice.
Okay. And here's what's gonna happen.
You know,
It's gonna take.
2 weeks.
I'm just gonna let you know.
Sorry?
I'm just gonna let you know, buddy. It's gonna take. I'm gonna wait the full 2 weeks to fight it, and then I'll fight it, and then it's gonna take about 3.5 months for our hearing date. And I've already given you notice that I'm leaving at the end of April. It is not worth your time and effort and struggle. And if I'm being respectful, man, I'm not going to do anything different. I'm just playing my guitar at a reasonable volume without any sort of amplification whatsoever.
Alexis, it's a family neighborhood.
Yes, I understand. And people can own guitars and live in apartments, sir.
In apartments, it's different.
Yes.
Because the walls
So you
are
have to take.
houses
Then
are
you.
very different.
I'm sorry your house is shitty, dude. I'm sorry your house is crappy. Like, it's not my fault. Okay? I am allowed to do reasonable apartment activities in my apartment.
Well, and your lease hasn't even started.
Okay, here's how it works. If there is no lease, then we use the standard lease. The standard lease
Then we
form.
use the standard lease.
We use if there's no lease signed, then there's a standard form lease that just applies to every tenancy in Nova Scotia. And in that standard lease, it says that tenants are entitled to the quiet and reason. Sir, if there is no lease, then the province automatically applies the standard form lease, regardless of if anything in the future has been signed. Right now, my tenancy is governed under the standard Nova Scotia tenancy lease.
Well, not as per
It is.
the tenancy.
You have wrong information.
But anyways, I mean, that's secondary. I don't want to go there, right? So
I mean, like, it doesn't matter.
That,
And like, buddy, this only works if I'm scared of homelessness. And like, you.
no, why would you be scared of homelessness?
Well, because you want to come down here and try to tell me how to live my life in my home when I'm being respectful. And like these social roles.
You're being respectful?
I am being respectful. I'm being very polite.
2 days in, as I told you, like 2 days
Sir, I'm being very polite.
you should be asking about, okay, what do I do with the garbage? Where do I keep the garbage?
I'm gonna get to that because I need to know. I found out the garbage collection is tomorrow. I need my own key for my mail. So when will you be giving my mail key, please? When we
There is no mail key.
you have a key to the
I
mailbox.
told you that I'll drop the mails from...
No, that doesn't work. You have a key to the mailbox, sir. The community mailbox. Is that yes? Okay. So as a tenant of your property, I'm entitled to that similar key. So you need to get a copy made.
I have 1 key from Canada.
You're going to have to go get another key because you're going to have tenants in the future, and tenants have a right to their own key to the mailbox.
So I have 1 key, and if your mail comes in...
Legally, sir, you have to provide me with a key for my mailbox.
Okay, so that's... you know what, Alexis? If this is what you're going to do, then I'll have to serve you the notice.
I'm not intimidated.
And no, I'm not interested.
I know, buddy. You're trying to make me homeless.
It's nothing like this. This wasn't supposed to be like
I am being
this.
very respectful, sir. Truly, I am.
If you are being respectful, then why would you
Because
start doing this the very next day?
because you're unreasonable, sir.
Am I being unreasonable?
Yes,
like
you
in a
are,
family
sir.
house, you think you should be playing
Guitar
and shouting and yelling and...
I'm not shouting, I am not yelling. I'm not shouting, I'm not yelling, I'm not stomping. No, it doesn't work like that. You might be a landlord, but you're not like a real lord, sir. Okay, tenants have rights. Tenants have rights. This isn't the 1800s. Like it's not just whatever you say goes. It's about reasonableness. And an objective third party would rule that someone playing guitar without amplification, without any sort of speakers, is a reasonable use of a tenant's rental property.
Well, I will serve you the notice.
Okay. No, again, this is only works if I'm intimidated. This only works if I'm intimidated. No, you'll have to give me plenty of notice. You'll have to give me plenty of notice, sir. I know landlords are...
It's 24 hours.
When are you going to be coming down here, sir?
I'm coming tomorrow.
Okay, what time, sir?
And
What time, sir? What time, sir? What time tomorrow will you be coming, sir?
24 hours from now.
What, 24 hours from now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you realize you're breaking your own rules.
So I will be coming in.
Sir,
and I'll do
Yash, you're breaking your own rules. You're supposed to give me 3 warnings, and what they're going to do at the tenancy board is thread this out because you didn't give me 3 warnings. So you have to wait 3 more days and give me 3 more complaints, and then you can do it. Okay?
I have already.
Honey, you have to give me 3 notices. As per your own lease that you wrote up. That's what you got to do. If you want this to stick, that's what you got to do.
This is my final warning.
No, you have to give me 3 notices, sir.
And I'm going to...
You have to specifically say, this is a warning, this is a warning, this is a warning. You can't just like reference every conversation in the past as a warning. They have to specifically be warnings. So if you want to get this done well, and I'm just going to tell you how to do your job here, you need to give me 3 notices. Okay?
So I have served if you check the WhatsApp.
Sir, no, it doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. Even if by some extended thing that it does. Monday was one. Yesterday was another.
I wish I didn't have to have this
Sir, I know, because you're unreasonable, sir. Right? Plainly, you're unreasonable.
I have 2 kids to take
I understand. And I have my own. Honey, it's gonna. I'm just telling you, man. This, I know, buddy. Buddy. Yes. Yeah. No, it doesn't work like that. Yeah. It's okay. And like, but I'm not, sir, I'm not blasting my music. I'm playing an unamplified guitar. And you're complaining about sound.
We don't want like somebody.
That's not something you can expect.
See, I have already adjusted. Like if you were going to work like any normal person, like people go to work in the morning, come back in the evening.
Okay.
You said okay, I don't do that. Okay, so you're an artist. You said I like to draw. Okay, perfect. You do your drawings. Okay, so from home. But now that was one part, right? But the music going on from all day long and then to the evening. Alexis, it's a young family.
I understand.
And if you really like, you have all the right on the planet to play as much as music you want. You can have your own band.
I understand,
but
sir.
You have to do it at the right place. You buy your own property.
No, it doesn't.
Or when you come in, you tell the person,
no.
that, hey, I play music a lot. Like music is my life.
So for you in the future, you'll know to ask about that in the future. But like society, it is not going to expect someone just to buy a house so they can practice guitar. That's not a reasonable expectation.
But if you're living with somebody, right, and people
my man.
See, I have my wife. She gets very anxious with loud music. Loudness is not something.
Sure,
that,
and if I were,
has their own things,
I get it, and so like, sir, if I was,
the dog, you won't believe how anxious the dog is.
Oh my God.
You won't believe that. Is this something that you want on you? Like people actually, thinking of you and like literally like cursing, like oh God, who's this?
I don't.
Even the dog, like dog is like scared. Like you won't believe.
Your dog likes me.
Like, who are we living with?
Sir, I'm just playing an unamplified guitar. Like, it'd be a slam dunk if I was blasting it through my amp, but it's not. That's not what's happening. I agreed not to play my acoustic guitar out of courtesy to your family.
I mean, a guitar is a guitar.
No, so...
I don't even understand these, like, this. I've never played one.
Sure.
I've never owned one. I don't know what amplified...
So, when you go to a rock concert...
And I don't even want to know. I don't
Sure,
care.
but like, when you go to a rock concert, the sound that's coming out of the speakers is made by an amplifier. The speaker is the amplifier.
I have too much work.
Okay, buddy. Like, I'm just telling you, this is like, it's not worth your time. You're gonna lose, and this is just gonna be how it is. All right, man?
Sorry?
Like, I don't want to deal with this. You don't want to deal with this. We both live in a house. I understand that your family hears some music at some points, and you have to understand.
If you are living in such a house, right, where you have created such a negative energy...
I have not created a negative energy.
Is that good for you?
I'm fine. I don't care if people hate me, dude. It doesn't matter.
Huh?
I don't care if people hate me.
That's not how it should be.
Well, man.
I come from the yogic culture.
Okay.
That's not how humans are supposed to be.
I disagree with that. It's okay though. And I have to, you are looking out for yourself and I'm looking out for myself here.
No, there is karma.
Hang on. We're on it. This is a little too spiritual for this conversation. And like, I am a very spiritual person, and my spirituality says that I have to protect myself and I have to defend my viewpoint. So let's just
Good for you, but I also need to take care of.
I understand, and I don't want to. I don't want to interfere with that. Like, I don't want you guys to be upset. I don't want that.
Right?
I don't
So
want any of this.
we have had like, it takes a lot. It takes a village to put a family together.
Yeah, man, I get it. But, like, I'm not doing anything crazy here.
So if this is bothering my wife,
Well,
my kids,
I could just go on and say, like, your kids running around is bothering me, and then I could, get you on the hook for not...
that was told to you already. Like,
Sir, it doesn't, like, your kids are screaming and yelling, and that's fine. But I could also, like, claim that you're not providing a quiet environment for me to live in. Right? So we don't need to go that way, though, because we just, like, you have to
Then you don't have to live with us then.
Man,
Right?
I'm paying a lot of money for this. I'm paying a lot of money for this. I'm just doing a reasonable activity, like, and I'm like, it's like I've already explained. Like I've already explained that.
Maybe what's reasonable for you is highly unreasonable for us.
Well,
right? It's just perspective, and we have the right to our own perspectives.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
So now thinking about that, like I think it was highly disrespectful of you not to tell me that you play guitar every day.
I disagree.
Right?
I disagree.
So now that's something, and because it's bothering, like, I mean, last 2 days, the kids haven't slept until like 11:30. Can you believe it? We put them in bed by 7:30.
Close the doors. Like, I don't know, get some sound insulation. I mean, people are going to live here, and they're going to make household noise. If I...
Guitar is totally different. Music
No,
is loud.
here,
Music
I'll
is
just...
totally different, right?
I'll just turn on my
One
fan.
is that, there was a guy, like Australian guy, like this
Okay.
family, he used to play, like classical music, right? Like, and that sounds like, that's okay. And, but that was very hard, like, we already here.
All right, so
And,
I'm just gonna...
he would start his day and in the morning, like, I mean, but like, in your case, like...
Okay, so we're talking in circles here, man. We're talking in circles. Sir, we're talking... Okay. Before you go, though, what is the tolerable decibel limit that you're willing to accept?
Like in terms of guitar?
No, like, so there's zero volume that you're claiming that I can play my guitar at. Zero.
No guitar, no musical instrument.
No music, no guitar, no TV, no walking. Is that correct?
No TV.
I'm allowed to watch TV.
Mid-range. Like,
Am I allowed to? So I'm allowed to watch TV. Am I allowed to walk?
I don't know what kind of TV you got. Like we can. When I come for the inspection tomorrow, we'll see, and we'll see what
Hey,
the
buddy.
volume is like. Maybe we can. 15 is too loud. 20 is too. I don't know what kind of TV you got, so I don't know. We'll have to see.
And just again, this is gonna be way more effort for you than it's worth. I'm just letting you know. It's really just not worth it, man. Like, it's really not worth it. Like, I already just told you I'm leaving at the end of April, and like our hearing date will be in April.
Why should I spend 4 months of my time with somebody who is, like, that we are not employed living with? Like, we've had, like, everybody, like, we've always had, like, amazing conversations, and, like, people have loved, like, it's a relationship building, right? Like, it's neighbors.
Hey, dude.
It's not something, it should be hate.
I'm a good neighbor, man.
It should be friendship. It should be a
Yes,
relationship. It should
I want to be friends.
longer term.
I would like that, but I don't think that's possible anymore.
It shouldn't be like a short-sighted, like, me versus you. No.
That's
why?
but like because this is capitalism, and this is what capitalism forces us to do.
What?
Because you need a home, and you need a home for your family. So, but you can't come up with all the funds, so you need to have a renter come in and help you pay for your mortgage, which is fine and good and dandy. But you have to do that to keep your house, and that's kind of a bit of freedom that you're giving up, and it's difficult and it sucks because your preference would be have no tenants. And I'm not ready to purchase an enormous house like this, but I'm willing to.
That's not true at all. Like, because we have had tenants, and everybody was
I am.
I think it's a different perspective here. You gave me your perspective on capitalism. Let me give you my perspective on humanism.
On humanism?
Sorry?
Did you say humanism?
Yes, humanism.
Okay.
We can just be, like more humanly.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, there's money. You need money to survive and succeed, and build your, whatever you want to aspire to. Right? Everybody has different perspective, but it does not mean that it comes at the cost. Like, we have had nobody, like I'm telling you, like nobody who has lived downstairs. Like we are still exchanging messages. The guy, he just sent me pictures of his kids. Like,
Great.
Like he left 8 months ago, and he's still, hey, yeah,
Okay.
Like
All right, man.
we are exchanging messages, and now he's in Australia, and like I'm sending him pictures that we're friends now for life.
Okay.
Why would you say that it's capitalistic? No, the family that was living.
Because I'm paying you for something, dude. That's why.
So were they? Do you think they weren't? Or I have been in this relationship. Do you think I have left? Like, if I don't want to break somebody's heart, or I don't want to do something mean to somebody, because it attracts bad karma. Like I'm gonna get punished in my life later on for all this. Why would I get into somebody's premises and not? And if they want me to, behave a certain way or be a certain way, it's my absolute job to, like. I mean, it's not just money. Money is one part, but like they have an option. They can take somebody else's money, but they took your money over somebody else's money. Why? Because they saw something in you. They saw a trust. They spoke with your mother, and they heard her trembling voice. They heard your sister's sweet voice and the love in it. They heard the cousin in Ontario and what she had to say. And how, like, I mean, I could have taken somebody else's money. I could have taken $2,000 if it was just money, Alexis. What you talking about?
Dude.
Do you think I'm doing it for money? I can take somebody else's money.
I think you're specifically doing it for money.
I can put it for $2,200.
Well, dude, if you didn't need the money, you wouldn't rent it out. Plain as day. That's it. Buddy, like, money is an existential reality. Yes,
but there's things beyond money too, right?
I know.
Like I spoke with your references, and I spoke with your landlord in Halifax, and
it was never a problem for her. Like, she never heard anything. There was never any complaints.
She wasn't living with you?
No. But there's still like other tenants in the building.
Yeah, but was that an apartment building?
Yeah.
So, like, with multiple units?
Yes.
Yeah, so those apartment units are built differently, Alexis. These houses...
But that's not how the law works.
Cardboard, literally cardboard.
That's not how the law works, though. Like, the same rules apply to all rental units.
Well, that's law. Like, do you... See, one thing is that are we talking about humanism, or are we talking about capitalism and law and blah, blah, blah?
Well, yeah, great.
If you want to work within those boxes, yes. Then we have to go through this. You sent me the notice. I sent you the notice. And I called the tenancy board. You can call them. All that nonsense. I'll give you 24-hour notice 4 times a week.
4 times a week? You're going to come in here 4 times a week? That's unacceptable.
Sorry?
You're going to come here 4 times a week? Unacceptable. You cannot come in my apartment 4 times a week. For what purpose?
Yeah,
for what purpose?
That's for the lease, then, if you just want to go by the lease.
Sir, you cannot. That's excessive. It's excessive.
Right. So
it's excessive. It is It is purposefully excessive for you to enter my apartment nearly every day.
With a 24-hour notice?
No, it is excessive. For you to enter my apartment every single day, it is excessive. All right? That's not tolerable. That's not something I signed up for. Okay? If you need to come down and get some stuff, I understand it. But for you to come in my apartment every day is excessive.
Well, a couple of times a week.
No,
I
it doesn't. You have to. It can't just be.
You wouldn't like that, right? You would not like that. Although that's.
Sir, I'm not coming into your home. I'm not coming up to where you live. I'm not coming up to where you live. You're acting in retaliation. You're acting in retaliation. That's plainly all it is.
Right?
You're retaliating against me.
Yeah, exactly. So you're not gonna like that, right?
Oh, buddy.
I can come in for a weekly inspection. I can come in.
No, sir. It's not just whenever you want to come in and whenever you want to inspect. You have to have a purpose. It can't just be let's see what my tenant is doing. It doesn't work like that. You're creating you're creating a hostile environment.
That's my point.
You're creating a hostile environment, sir.
That's what I'm saying.
You're creating a hostile.
Capitalism. I am the humanist, right? You are acting like a capitalist.
I am not. I am not a capitalist. I am not.
So if you're not, then why are you acting like one?
Because this is the system that we are engaging in. And in any other
you don't have to be part of
no,
the system,
I
right?
have to if I want to live in a home. I have to. You own your own business, sir. You're a capitalist. Okay.
Sorry?
So you own your own business that makes you a capitalist. You went out and started a free enterprise. But this is neither here nor there. You coming into my apartment every day is creating a hostile environment for the purpose of retaliation. You've already admitted that. That's not tolerable. I'm fine with you coming down to come get some stuff every now and again. But this, every day I'm going to come down and inspect your apartment.
When I'm telling you,
you just can't enter my apartment every day, sir.
You don't want to be creating all the noise.
I'm not creating much of noise. Like right now, the amount of noise that is coming from my mouth, that is the level of noise that has ever been made in here.
Well, we hear much more.
Sir, if you came down to the second floor, you could hear me right now.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, and I could hear you. So this is more a building problem than the problem of behavior.
But that's the reality. That ain't gonna change.
All right, well then there's just going to be a little bit of noise because a person lives down here, sir.
We have had many different tenants.
It's irrelevant to me.
We never had a problem with
it's
anybody.
Irrelevant to me.
None of them played guitar. None of them.
Irrelevant to me.
They were respectful with the TV volume.
I am respectful with the TV volume. I am respectful with my.
Normally they would sleep early, right? People sleep
early.
early.
I don't have to go to bed. That's kind of ridiculous. I don't have to go to bed at any point. I'm a grown ass adult. Okay, I can put myself to bed at any time I want to. All right? And there's no
so much noise in the night.
No, sir. I'm allowed to make household noise at any point during the 24 hours.
Household, right?
Yes, household noise. Yes,
Not
household noise.
Guitar.
Having a conversation, listening to some quiet radio. These are all reasonable uses of the home that I have paid for.
But if it's loud,
it is the same it is scientifically the same amount of sound coming from the dishwasher or my fan from the guitar. That is just straight up and down. Scientifically, it is the same level of sound.
Well, I don't hear the dishwasher.
Because it's not running, sir. It's not running.
So, but I hear your guitar.
It's not playing right now, sir.
Forget that. I'm hearing you. I don't know if it seems like you're in some pain or something.
What are you talking about?
Just shouting and yelling.
I'm not yelling. I'm not shouting. I'm not shouting or yelling.
I'm not even kidding.
I'm not shouting or yelling, sir. I'm not shouting or yelling.
So that's we can hear it.
I don't know what you're hearing. It's not coming from me.
So now
it's just not. This is just not worth your time, dude. It's just really not worth your time and effort. I'm gonna be gone in 4 months, and that'll be it. We'll wash our hands of it, and it'll be done. It's not worth it.
What do you mean it's not worth it?
It's not worth your time and your hope and your effort. Because even if you serve it to me, I'm going to wait the 15 days, and then I'm going to file for to fight it, and then it's going to be 3.5 months till we get our hearing. And that's going to bring us basically to the end of my lease already. And say hypothetically I lose this, which I'm not going to, but if I did, then they give me another month to move out. So it's just not worth your...
You have done this before?
I know how it works. I've known people. So it's just not
So this is something that you've done before?
I work in housing. I have helped many people who have become homeless. I know intricately the process of making someone homeless. All right? So,
There's no homelessness here.
dude, you're trying to kick me out.
So but I'm giving your money back. You take your money.
No, you're gonna like, dude,
money and kick you out.
if you gave me the notice tomorrow and I just didn't do anything, you'd kick me out on Christmas. How great would that be? So like, calm down.
Yeah.
It's just,
So
it's gonna, it's
so
like,
it's okay to,
hypothetically, if
for
even
me
if
to
you,
have a bad Christmas.
dude, I'm not gonna give you a bad Christmas. I'm not gonna.
You are.
I'm not though, man.
This environment
I'm
already,
not.
like,
I don't talk to you people. I don't do anything to bother you. I just don't talk to you. I just live my life in my apartment in a quiet manner.
not in a quiet manner. That's the whole complaint here.
Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing.
Quiet, it's extremely noisy.
So, I am like right now. Again, our conversation. Like right now, I am speaking at 79 decibels, and this is a normal conversation volume. What you are telling me is that if someone called me at 3 a.m., I can't answer this phone call because that is too loud.
That is too loud. No, I'm talking about playing guitar.
I am literally telling you right now that you cannot hear me. Stop,
I'm not
sir.
talking about normal walking. Like normal
Dude.
walking, you cannot hear, but it seems like you're walking in some rage.
I'm not walking in a rage.
Sometimes, like it's just walking, like just walk, like like you don't have to stop.
But dude, do you think a court is going to tell me that?
These houses are different.
Yeah,
like, so
honey.
Not that apartment building.
But like it's just a home. Like that's not reasonable. You can't like dictate my steps.
Like it's not like an apartment building.
It's just this is here, man. I'm really not trying to bother you or to cause any trouble. I don't want to deal with this.
What, Alexis? If you really don't
I just want to. I paid
I'll help you find another place over the next 2 weeks.
What's that?
And I'll help you move.
No.
You know,
I mean, like,
that's just me being, generous and nice.
It's a hassle. It's a hassle, and I don't want to do that. I have other things to focus on. All right, like we can set a different time. I can like stop playing it.
I would rather live it if you have to create this negativity, and
I have to work, man.
You want to live
I have to work. I have to work.
That's your life.
I have to work. I have to make money.
Why attract more?
I'm not.
You have already been through a lot.
Yes, I know. But I'm just.
So why are you? Why?
Because man, I'm paying $1,800 for this place, and if I can't like quietly strum my guitar, I'm paying $1,800 a month for this place. That's a lot of money, sir. And if I'm paying that, that comes with certain privileges. One being privacy, and the other being the quiet and reasonable use of my apartment. And like,
it's quiet for it's not.
Yeah, but you have to understand. You have to tolerate a certain amount of noise from your tenants.
No, but if the kids are getting scared,
I'm not a scary person.
You don't want to think of
I don't want your children. I don't want your children to be scared. I really don't. And maybe I would maybe it's too late, but I would like to meet everyone and we can all just work this out. But here's the thing, man. I'm paying a lot of money for this place, and I'll come to the table. I don't need to stop. I really don't. But if it just makes this all go away.
But think about it, Alex. Okay,
hey man, I get it. You got kids and you're your dad and you're trying to.
Let's say you are, a parent of a 4 and a 6-year-old, right? And the best way to do this is this, and I said that in my message. Just step into the other person's shoes.
I get it, man. I totally get
now,
it. You're their dad, and this is the most normal response I could ever expect. You're their dad.
Sorry, what is that?
It's the most normal response I could ever expect. You're their dad, and you got to come down hard on what you perceive to be a threat, and you perceive me to be a threat, unfortunately. But I'm a really nice person, and I'm really.
It's not a threat. That's.
Well,
I don't like these words, threat and hate and all this. It's not a threat.
Well, you're trying to.
I'm a human, right? It's my right. If my wife is getting anxious, you see, Now, in your family, let's say when you were young, right?
Yeah.
Your mom would wake up at like 5:36 to get the home started, get the kids ready for school
Sure.
and all of that. Now, if your mom is up until 1 or 2 in the night, right, and she has to, anyways, I mean, waking up is not an option. You can't say, hey, instead of 5:30, I'm going to wake up at 6:30 because the entire day gets ruined. So,
Well, all right.
and if the kids are not sleeping at 7:30 dot, even if they sleep at 8:30, it shows up in their behavior the next day. They will be drowsy. They won't be joyful at school. All of that, right? So that is something that I cannot negotiate as a father. You understand where I'm coming from? I'm not trying to be a bad guy.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to be
here's
a
the
mean
point.
guy. I'm saying that, now had you told me that you played guitar,
Well, I
right,
wouldn't be here at all.
that calms you down or whatever, that was an integral part of your living, right, of your being.
Well, you told me I wouldn't even be here.
Said no.
You didn't,
right?
sir, you didn't ask me, so I did not lie to you. I did not lie to you, sir.
Like how many things? As I said, now if you tomorrow, if you surprise me with a goat and you say, hey, milking a goat,
Well, pets are against the lease. No pets or animals.
Reduces my stress, and then you expect me to say, and then you say, hey, you never asked me. Think about it.
Well, here's
how
the
many
thing.
things can I ask and not ask?
Here's the thing. In the lease, it says no pets or animals are allowed to be kept on or about the premises. So in that would be breaking the lease specifically.
So then again, it also says about the.
It does not say anything about.
Not being noisy.
It does not say anything about instruments specifically, and noisy is subjective. It's not just because anyone could claim anything. But what we're going to need is a neutral third party for this situation. So that's just what it is. And like I said, I'll come to the table with something for you. Just because it's really just. I can't stress this enough. It's just. I'll come to the table. I'll make a concession. I've already made a concession, dude. I've already made a concession on not playing my acoustic guitar.
It's non-negotiable.
Okay,
you know what I
well
mean?
it's give and take.
I negotiate on my kids' sleep.
We're gonna.
There's no table. There's no fucking shared table when it comes to my kids.
All right, buddy.
Sleep.
I get it. All right. Well, then there's no shared table when it comes to my house. But
sorry, what is that?
There's no shared table then when it comes to my house. But in the spirit of friendship and reconciliation, I am offering you this olive branch because it's not worth either of our time or either of our trouble. My solution for this problem: I will not play my electric guitar past 12 midnight without it being. It's just going to be headphones, and that's it. All right, past 12
midnight. What are you talking about?
Because I have to make music. It's my professional endeavor. And if it's like
you have to make music.
I do, because I'm a professional artist. It's my career.
You said you draw.
I am a multidisciplinary artist. I do many things.
So this is something you should have told me earlier. You just said you draw.
I'm an artist. I do performance art. I do music. I do paintings. I do all sorts of things, and all of them are considered artistic. We're splitting hairs here. So, back to my solution for this.
So that's something that you lied about then.
No, I didn't lie about. I told you I'm an artist.
Then how come if you do all these kind of arts, how come you only showed me the drawings? That's what you
because
do.
I can't show you.
And you said, I would like to draw over here on this wall, and I can see outside, but you never said, hey, this is where I'll put my, this is where I'll stand while playing my electric or acoustic guitar, and this is where I'll look. No, you never mentioned that. The only thing you mentioned was that was noiseless, the drawing part.
I told you I'm an artist. Artist covers musician, performance artist, regular painting
Not
artist.
Not at all. You only
I mean, this is really pedant. This is quite.
Okay.
Anyways, all right. Anyway, so here's my solution. I'll stop playing guitar at 12 midnight.
12 midnight. The kids are sleeping.
All right, come back with a counter. What's your counter?
Going to sleep at 7:30. What are you talking about?
What is your counter?
Huh?
What is your counter offer?
What do you mean? Like, counter offer on what?
We both have something to give up, and we both have something to gain. I'm willing to give up playing guitar past 12. If that's not an appropriate time, tell me a time that you think is appropriate.
There is no guitar playing on this property.
Sir, that's not a reasonable thing.
Like, you can't play music. Tomorrow, if you bring in your drums and you say, hey, I'm going to play drums.
As long as they're kept below a certain decibel, that's a reasonable use of my apartment.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, sir.
I'm the one to decide like what's appropriate and not for music. And
if
I'm telling
then it's checked by the tenancy board. It's not just.
It's checked by the tenancy board.
It's not just like you're decreeing that this is unreasonable and that's the final word. It's you're decreeing that this is unreasonable, and then I'm going to disagree, and then we go through this whole long, lengthy process that's not worth our time and effort because you don't know if you're going to win. So, again, like, just come to me with a counter. If 12 is too late, then what is the appropriate time?
No, I mean, I am not negotiating my kids' sleep here.
Sure, but
you know what
so
I mean?
you rent it out of.
You have kids, but you just have to think of it from a parent's perspective. Like, would you, if you were a parent, would you negotiate your?
I would come to the table so that we could all just move on with our lives here.
You would what? Sorry.
I'd come to the table. I'd come to the table in good faith.
Like, come to the table. What? Put your kid on the table?
No, that's not what I said. It's the negotiation table.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You don't bring your kids to the negotiation
Dude,
table.
I'm not negotiating anything about your kids.
That's what an animal would do.
I'm not. This is getting way off track here. So.
Like, you don't put your kids on the negotiation table.
Sir, I don't want your children. All right? I don't want anything to do with your kids. Nothing. All right? So I don't know what you're talking about with that.
So what? No, that's what I'm talking about. That's what all this story is.
Dude, if you can't just flat out just claim there's no musical instruments at all. That's just not something that you have the power to do. Plainly. So the thing is about reasonableness, and that's the devil in the details. If you can give me a specific decibel volume or a specific time, I will follow that in good faith.
You know what? Like, I mean, if you really want to play your music, go out in the back.
Dude,
take your guitar.
It's cold.
And blast it.
I know, that's still going to be more disruptive because you'll hear it.
Or go to, I don't know, don't you guys have like some music places like where all the people jam and stuff, like some club or some association or some kind of
there's nowhere
artistic place?
I get what you're saying. I can't be in public too much right now because I'm immunocompromised because of my asthma, and I just can't do that right now. And there is no place for me anyway.
There's no place for you anyway?
There's no place for me to practice an instrument in public. I mean, like musicians, professional musicians that tour and stuff, they rent out like rehearsal spaces, but that's like a warehouse that I have to rent out. Like Prince, for example, he had his own like.
Yeah, I mean, when you do that, make sure you tell the landlord or whosoever you're renting from that you play guitar in advance.
That would be a specific.
You don't hide it.
It's not. I didn't
hide
hide
such stuff. You know what I
mean? I didn't hide anything from you.
You say it up front. Hey,
I didn't hide anything from you.
I am an artist. I draw. I play guitar. I beat the drums.
I don't have drums. I don't have any drums.
Whatever you do.
What?
Or I do tattoos, or I do this and that. Like, I mean, you know, that's all the stuff that you talk about.
I remember.
You don't hide it.
I didn't hide.
If you had told me beforehand
you wouldn't have even.
that you're playing, I would have said, hey, no, don't even come for a viewing.
Well, I mean, no, we know. So if 12 isn't a reasonable time, what is a reasonable time that music should stop playing at? And I'm really trying to work with you here, man. I'm really just trying to find a solution so we can just wash our hands of this and go our separate ways. Because this isn't good for anyone, right? It's going to take a lot of time and effort to go the way you want to go. I'm just telling you, it's not a sure shot that way. And
there's no
man, it's not worth it.
No negotiation, Alexis, on my kids.
I'm not negotiating for your children. I'm not negotiating for your children. I'm asking you, what are the quiet hours?
Like,
what are the quiet
even
hours?
in the daytime.
That's not acceptable. That's not a reasonable. Like I'm just asking for a reasonable time limit. And you saying that's not possible. That's not.
That's not. Like we just can't. Like, I mean, if you're playing guitar down there and the walls are shaking.
They're not shaking, sir. An unamplified guitar does not shake the walls. It simply does not.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you too that this is not something that's going to be held up.
Yes, you are the ones who are complaining.
Yes, I understand.
Right? You are not the one.
I'm sorry. Someone is walking upstairs. Can you do something about that? I can hear that right now. Someone is walking. You need to do something about that right now. I can hear the steps right now. Stop them. Stop the steps. I can hear them.
Stop.
They're walking, dude. That's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. I'm hearing people from your home.
Now that's the kid walking.
That's too loud. That's too loud, sir.
Huh?
That's too loud. If I can hear him at all, that's too.
A person walking like that, like a kid you would expect from, but not from a grown-ass person.
Dude. This has gone on for too long.
Think about it. Are you a 4-year-old? Are you a 6-year-old?
Please don't speak to me in such a manner. Okay. So let's just end this here. It's really just not worth our time. I propose.
So you are not a child.
No, sir, I am not a child.
Oh, you know what, Alexis? I'll come by tomorrow.
All right, but
like
dude.
24 hours from the
okay.
Time I've sent you the message.
All right. But we'll just do 24 hours. You just you've told me this now that all right. So 5:10 p.m. That's when you'll come by.
Whenever I sent you the message.
No, dude, you didn't. I said I'll come by. No, you didn't. I did not just get here. 1 second, sir. 1 second. No, we're not gonna be able to do that time. We'll just do it 5 p.m.
5 p.m.
Yeah. Okay. But dude, I'm really being a reasonable person here, and just you have to have some give and take here in this tenant-landlord relationship, and we're both neighbors. And because I can also hear you and I put up with that without complaint, you have to come to the table and accept that you have to give up something when you live with another human being.
Do you think you're the first one living here?
Dude, I know I'm not. But I know that
how many people have lived here?
I don't it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant to the discussion.
I've given positive references to all of them.
It's irrelevant to the discussion.
Sorry?
It's the actions of other people are irrelevant to what we're discussing now.
Why?
Because they're not me.
But they are the tenants of this house?
Not anymore. And I've never met these people. I don't know.
They were in your shoes, and they were really amazing. And
well,
that's why they got a
here's what's going to happen, man. We're going to go to the tenancy board, and they're going to tell you that you can't just outright ban guitar. And what I know that's what's going to happen. And in anticipation of that, and in good faith, I still am just telling you, tell me the quiet hours so that I can respect them and that we could just move on with our lives. You simply cannot ban.
If I make an audio, somebody would say, "Is there who's living down there?"
Sir, it's just not. It's not.
If you hear it, if I record it and send it to your mom,
I don't care.
Go ahead.
Huh? Go ahead. I don't care. Go ahead. But
it's anybody.
Sir, I'm just.
If I send it to you,
sir,
you'll be like, "Oh
sir,
my God!"
Because there's no way it's.
I can't believe this is how I sound.
There's no way it's any louder than down here, and right now, there's no way it is louder up there than it is down here. Because the sound would have to travel through.
You are in it.
There's 4 doors.
But others.
There's 4 doors.
It's really bad. It's it's noise to their ears and nothing much.
There's 3 doors. There's 3 doors and 3 floors between us. That's a lot of distance for sound to cover. That's a lot of distance.
3 doors, 3 floors.
Yeah. So there's my floor, and then we have to go up 1 floor through the basement to the regular floor door, and then I'm assuming, and then you have to go up another one to the 3rd floor, correct? And then each bedroom, I'm assuming, has doors in them, and I'm sure they shut. So that's 3 doors. and 3 floors for an unamplified guitar. And like I know you believe. I know you believe.
It's also coming out of the house.
It's not true,
And
sir.
it go to the neighbors too.
No, sir, that's not true.
Right? So
It's not. It's not. It's just not true.
The last thing I want to do is, I don't want to, because of you, I don't want to screw up my relationship
Okay.
with the neighbors.
Okay, man. It's not. I'm not. I'm very respectful to your neighbors.
Like you are here.
Yeah.
You know, like, okay, be my guest.
I'm not your
but
guest. I'm your tenant.
Till the time you, you behave.
Dude,
And
please don't speak to me that way. I'm behaving.
And you know, like certain things that we agree on, right? We said no excessive. You do your painting. I thought you were an artist. You
I am an artist. I am an artist. I do paint.
Play music. Play with your headphones in your ears.
Sir, that's what I've been doing. I'm playing my headphones. I'm playing my music with my headphones. There's nothing more. Like, it's not hooked up to.
How do I hear you?
Because that's just the inherent sound of the guitar, and there's nothing I can possibly do to make it any quieter.
Buy some other instrument or do
There's
something
nothing
else.
because
like,
those.
or if you play guitar like once you move in your own house.
A bass guitar, like everything is going to be that same volume. There's no quieter. I can.
Buy 2-3 acres of land.
No, that's not a reasonable thing. And
so that nobody can hear you.
Sir, that's not a reasonable expectation. It truly is not.
But that's for you. Like, I mean, if you
No,
wanna,
sir.
you know,
The
if you
province
wanna,
of Nova
do you wanna
Scotia,
bother others?
the province of Nova Scotia just is not going to agree.
Bother others?
I don't want to bother
With your
others.
actions.
I specifically don't. I specifically don't.
Right? Like,
And I when you
family man is telling you, right? Like, think about it. Now, think about it. You had kids 6 and 4, right? They have to sleep. They have to go to school
dude,
the
I get
next
it.
morning.
I get
right?
it.
And they can't go to sleep because there's a bing, 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 bing going on. Think about it.
Hey, man.
Like,
They just,
and if the kids can't go to bed and their beds are shaking,
their beds are not shaking, my dude. There's no way that
If it wasn't,
a
be
bed
complaining.
frame does not shake from like
I'm
50.
telling you, it is.
It's
And
not,
because
sir.
it's
Sir,
the
it's
built of this
not.
house.
It's not. It's just not. Okay? It's at 55 decibels. And if what you're saying is true, then my voice right now would be shaking their bed. And once you go up there and check, is my voice shaking their bed, sir?
You think you are as loud as a guitar right now?
Sir, I am louder than my guitar right now.
You know what?
Man, I'm just telling you, it's not worth your time. It's not worth your effort. I'm giving you an easy out here, and I really suggest that you take it.
No, I don't want an easy out.
You want this because it's gonna.
Just like I've given you the notice.
Hey, buddy, it's gonna be 4 months.
I already have people interested.
Okay, well, it's gonna be 4 months before they can move in, honey.
So
It's gonna be 4 months.
I mean, you know, like it's peaceful and quiet.
I would love. We're just gonna, dude. It's just not gonna work out that
Do
way.
that.
It's just really, truly not, because ultimately you don't have the unilateral authority.
If you want me to like help you with something,
I don't need your help.
like
I don't need your help. I don't need your help,
You know,
sir.
develop your something.
Sir, I don't need your
own
help. I'm not
artistic
interested in
brand
that.
or
I'm
something,
not
you know, like,
interested in
do
that.
stuff.
I'm not
Like,
interested in that.
I'll help you develop something,
I'm.
or you know, like you want to.
What are you talking about, bro? I'm not interested in that. All right, I'm just telling you. Tell me your quiet hours. All right, and that's it. That's all I need. Okay, and I'm telling you this because I'm your buddy. I'm telling you this because I'm your friend, and I'm just trying to like make this as easy as it is for you. All right, because you're gonna spend like the next.
entire time it's quiet living. There's no time over here that's not quiet.
As I am entitled to
This
use.
is a quiet and
Sure.
you know, this is a quiet place.
This is I am a quiet person. So what?
You're not. So
Here's
why are you
here's the
super
thing.
noisy?
Here's the
Like,
thing,
since you moved in, that
Buddy.
same night onwards,
buddy.
and
Buddy, it's just not going to work out the way you think it's going to work out, and it's just not worth
you
taking.
have been very, very noisy. And
I am very respectful of your wishes, and
So I thought it was your boyfriend who was playing the guitar first. I thought he would leave, and you know, like maybe he got the guitar or something, but then you know, he left, and then
I'm just. It's okay.
still playing it. So I'm like, oh God, like I mean, I didn't realize.
And I'm just like, I'm telling you as a landlord, you don't have the authority to unilaterally ban musical instruments. What you do have like authority over is to the volume to which they're played. That's it. Because there's no law that says, tenants can't own instruments.
You can, but you can, like, if it affects the,
it would have to be placed in the lease.
I know that this guy in the neighborhood, like, he called the cops because the person, like, was being ultra noisy, and that's a different story altogether. But that was a family. But
I hear your kids right now.
When you go down that path, just gets muddy and filthy, and that's all that it becomes. And it just
sir, I'm currently at this moment. Currently at this moment, I'm listening. I'm listening to your kids run.
I don't think you are that person.
I'm listening to your kids run back and forth across the hallway right now. Yes, they're kids.
What will the kids do? Are you a child? Are you 4?
You need to be their parent and tell them to stop running around.
Are you 4?
Sir, I'm obviously not 4 years old.
You remember when you were 4 and 6?
I do. I got raped a lot.
Do you hear me running around? No. Why? Because I'm
an adult.
As you say, grown ass, right?
All right. So
if you are one, then you have to understand. Like, okay, you are living here.
This is a pointless conversation. All right. I'm offering you an olive. I'm offering you an olive branch.
We'll see tomorrow.
I'm offering you an olive branch. Just tell me a quiet hour. That's it. Like, it's way not worth your.
I'll come tomorrow.
Yeah, whatever, buddy.
We'll see.
Whatever, dude.
I'll see you around 5, 6ish, and I'll